Talking about fingering, that's an interesting part because fingering is really related also to the instrument. Clavichord needs kind of other fingering than a piano can allow, but there is of course a transition from a kind of 18th century fingering to a 19th century fingering, like Czerny, if we talk about Czerny in this episode, is talking about in his opus 500, his piano school. So what I want to do in this episode very quickly is to go through this score with you together. I'll have it on screen and see where the differences are in between his and my fingering. It's not so much, but some passages are worth mentioning and make you reflect. We have a little bit accompaniment of our Belgian Air Force fighters, so we'll be very safe here while we're talking, and I hope you don't mind. There we go. So it's the opus 40 number 2, and if I start, it's the same finger as I use. It's really exactly the same, but we come to places where he changes things, or where I do things differently. Now left hand. He's going to the first finger. I using there a different fingering. So it's 5-3, which is on clavichord still okay. Turning of the hand, I would do it like this. So here, 5, 4, 2. Because I can hold the F sharp then. Also here. Then he uses 4, 2, 1. This is a kind of modern fingering for that. It's really going in between the upper keys, and I use there the more classical. Even 5, 4, 2 to avoid the first finger on the first note, which makes it a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit awkward position for that chord, but it's easy on clavichord, and I would assume on an early pianoforte you would like to do it like this as well. So that's there. Then you have here. I don't start with 5-3. It seems a minor difference, but starting with 4-2 gives me more grip on the tone. So Czerny is starting already in that time from a kind of, yeah, all fingers are equal kind of thinking. I mean, this is much more difficult, 5-3, 4-2. Then when you start with 4-2. So, and these kind of things make me wonder if I'm not too old-fashioned in my fingering sometimes. Okay, the clavichord really forces you to do so a little bit, but the practice of the 5 fingers as being equal actually starts already with Bach. So maybe this is not even progressive, maybe I'm too old-fashioned. That's something I don't know. So he starts with 5-3, which I find a little bit weird in my feeling. Then, and at the end he jumps to 5-4. I do it like this, so 4-3, beginning of the bar, 4-4. I have 4-1. 3-2 and a jump just to 3-2. So I avoid the big jump. But Czerny gives preference to this more connected jump. So he ends with 4-2, and then you can of course then again 5-3. Here, I would never do that. So 5-3, 4-1, and then 5-3 on F sharp D, because then you end up between the notes here. I do it like this, so I take again 4-2, Here I take 4-1, 4-2, 4-1, 3-2. Here also not 5 on the B, it's 4-1, 3-2, 4. Those seems to be very minor differences, but they really have an impact. It's slight impact, but they have an impact. It's kind of different approach where you really flatten out the use of the fingers, 5 fingers over the piece. So then he continues, and then strangely enough, I'm more progressive than he. I use 4-1 and I make a finger substitution and the A to make this cantabile. He doesn't. He spread the hand though in the left hand to have this. I've talked about that in the masterclass I had on this piece. The melody, to have this melody in the bass really pronounced. I just start at 5, go to 3 over, I think. Yeah. But I have my finger substitution here to play cantabile. He doesn't. And then 4-1. So I would never play it like that. It's possible. This I would never do. You can jump from 5 to 5, suggesting a cantabile, legato, and then 4-2. So, honestly, I think my fingering is better than that of Czerny. But he played on the piano. That's different. So, that's just a very quick look. We can go through it. The differences are not major. They are just slightly. So, use of the first finger on the upper note. And then some egalization, I would say, of the 5 fingers used over the favorite use of the strong fingers on the positions that matter, that have an accentuated note and things like that. So Czerny is kind of going away from that, and maybe that's a practice that was already existing longer than him. Those are the things that have to make you reflect. It's not major again, but it's if you add all those not major things on top of each other, you get a different approach. Anyway, that was it for this video. Hope you liked it. If this is your first time here on the channel, I'd love to have you subscribed and hit that bell icon so you stay on top of every video we're doing. Thanks for watching, sharing this video with your friends, and we see each other very soon again. Bye.